Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christy of Van Ahn & Company. It's Thursday, May 26th. I'm going to go over the markets with you for the day. You had a big swing into soybeans. Looked like a little bit of a reversal as you were up about 11 to 14 cents overnight into this morning. And then you faded after having some disappointing export sales, being down 11 at one point, but coming up and closing down 5 1/4 there. So not down too hard, but definitely off those highs that you saw. That puts July high hit 1098 overnight. And so you haven't seen that number in quite some time. And then moving into November, you hit a high of 1065. So you have that movement there. It looks like it's really driven off the meal market, as it really followed meal as it traded today. So meal had big swings as well. And when it fell off after being up about 10 bucks, that's when you saw that pressure come also with soybeans. And then they were able to lift off their lows as meal was able to lift off their lows also. Big story of the day was actually the wheat market as it closed up about 12 to 14 cents higher off very little news. It looked like maybe a little bit of fun buying just because the news was so limited. They are short wheat. That's the commodity that they have yet to really aggressively buy there. So that could be them coming in just a little bit. And then corn was able to close up about 4 cents higher on the day after it had extremely strong export sales. And not only that, but it actually had a couple announcements from USDA of sales too. One thing to note into the corn market, you're starting to catch train that everyone thinks that you'll have to bump up that export number on the S&Ds, as we have 2.2 million metric tons to last us the next 14 weeks on the demand structure USDA has in place. We have been averaging about 1.3, 1.4 million metric tons a week. And like I said, you have 2.2 million metric tons left for the next 14 weeks until we've gone over the export total that is now factored into the S&D. So you could see that adjustment as early as, I think, about 2 weeks from now coming in, and then June 30th is going to be that big report. So tomorrow's going to be a big trade for those grains as you're coming into a long holiday weekend. Usually things get a little bit antsy. Wonder if you might see a little bit of profit taking. So watching the markets there. Outside markets were extremely quiet today, so they didn't really lend any support in any direction either. And then those meat markets actually had a big day after trading slightly lower early on. They were able to rally back. Live cattle up anywhere from $1.50, $2. Feeders up $2. Lean hogs up just over $1. So you did have that support move through. People are starting to say you bounced off those support lines, and you're starting to see that trend to the top side on a technical side of thing. And also to mention right now, fundamentally, there is a little bit of support into the market. It's long term that the markets are a little bit more of a bearish situation moving forward. So other than that, watching the weather and then seeing this long weekend moving forward, I do have to close with the disclaimer: trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for all producers. Have a great day.